Sup guys, I'm Kel, Red Zone Rogue, and welcome to another Keyforge video. In this video, I'm going to open up these two Keyforge boxes. These, Fantasy Fight, I was going to say Keyforge sleeves. Yeah, they're basically Keyforge sleeves. These are sleeves from Fantasy Flight Games themselves. I also bought these decks straight from Fantasy Flight Games. And not only that, but I also got, if I can like reach it off screen, a Keyforge Playmat. So let's get the Playmat out right now. Alright, I have the new Playmat. It's really nice, actually. It has that new Playmat smell. This is one of the favorite ones, or one of my favorite ones, that they have available right now. It's not too bad. And buying directly from Fantasy Flight Games is recommended for single decks, unless you can find it at a reputable local game store, because I did buy two of these on eBay, and they were basically resealed. Right here at the bottom, here, I'm just going to open this up real quick so I can show you. You see how it just has like this solid cardboard ripping where the glue is? Yeah, I got one that was like obviously glued back together. Fortunately for me, that the seller doesn't know anything about Keyforge, and the decks they sent me were pretty good. I think they sent them to me because they only had 3 rares each, so kind of a low rare count, and they didn't have any like horsemen or anything like that, but they clearly didn't know anything about Keyforge, and the decks are alright. I left them feedback saying that I thought the decks were sealed, so if you're buying from eBay, loose packs, I would check the neutral and negative feedback just to make sure you don't get a scammer there. And also I wanted to show you guys these because I found, while going through and sleeving up some of my Keyforge decks, that certain sleeves don't perfectly fit the Keyforge cards. Keyforge cards are slightly bigger than like Magic the Gathering or Pokemon cards. Here, let's see if I can show you a good example. Here's one. You can kind of see that the top of the card barely makes it. It like barely makes it in here. And this is kind of just like a standard. This is a standard Ultra Pro sleeve. The sleeves that are slightly bigger than normal, so like Dragon Shield sleeves and some of the other like old school KMC sleeves, those ones are actually great for Keyforge, but some of the smaller ones that like fit the Magic cards perfectly, they're a little too short. So I would be careful with the sleeves that you get for Keyforge, because some of them can be a little sketchy. Here's another good example. Like it just barely fits, and I had to go through and double sleeve all of them because I didn't want like grime collecting at the top because it barely fits. So I bought some Fantasy Flight sleeves, and we're gonna see how these work. So I'm gonna kind of sleeve up these guys and see if they fit better than these Ultra Pros that I have. All right, so let's just open this up. I do plan on doing like a Keyforge, like a weekly series called something like Keyforge Deck of the Week or Keyforge Sealed Deck of the Week. I actually recorded some videos already, but they didn't turn out super good. Let me see if I can get this off screen. Here, this one is called Alpajam Spawn of Krillbill. Alright, so we got Sanctum, Brabnar, and Untamed with a pretty cool like tentacly Cthulhu type Archon here. And what we're going to do is, I'm not going to look at the list yet. We're just going to slide that list out, and we're going to take a look at the card so there's more like a surprise factor. Alright, so let's slide the, I don't know what you call this, the Archon card, the deck list card. We'll slide that off. We do have Sanctum, so we could possibly get some horsemen here. We're going to kick it off with Way of the Wolf. This is an upgrade. You get an Ember when you play it, and the creature gains Skirmish. And I think Skirmish is a really good ability. It's basically like First Strike for Magic, except they don't take damage back too. That's pretty good. We got a Mermook. This is a 3 power, or 3, I think it's called power, yeah, 3 power creature beast. Your opponent's keys cost 1 more. That's not too bad. We've got 2 Mermooks, 3 Mermooks. 2 Mermooks is pretty good. Mermooks. We have a Dust Pixie. That's a pretty good like Ember generation card. It generates 2 Ember when you play it. It's just a 1 power, so you can use it to reap and maybe fight if you want to, but it's not too shabadoo. Got a Dew Fairy. Dew Fairy, 2 power, creature fairy, elusive, and it also reaps and you gain an additional Ember. So that's pretty good. Pretty good Ember generation. And that's it for the creatures. It's pretty low creature count for Untamed, 5, but maybe we have some good actions and whatnot. So Vigor. Vigor is like, it's alright. It's an action. You get an Ember when you play it. It says heal up to 3 damage from a creature. If you heal 3, you gain an additional Ember. So, save the pack is pretty good. You destroy each damaged creature and you gain 1 chain. So the chain gaining isn't super great, but it's not 3 chains. So, that's not bad. Oh, we got 2 of them. Save the pack. Regrowth. I really like Regrowth. It's an action. When you play it, you get an Ember back, and you can return a creature from your discard pile to your hand. Which is pretty good. We got a Nature's Call. Action, gain an ember, play, return up to 3 creatures to their owner's hands. That seems pretty good. Up to 3, so you can pick 1, 2, or 3. I like that. We've got a full moon. Looks like we have 2 full moons. I'm not sure how good this is going to be for the deck, but it says for the remainder of the turn, gain 1 ember each time you play a creature. We only have a couple untamed creatures, so that's not super good, but maybe. Maybe. We got 2 of those. Next up we have our Sanctum. This is Gatekeeper. He has a 5 power Night Spirit. When you play it, if your opponent has 7 or more ember, capture all but 5 of it. That's alright. That's pretty good. It kind of keeps them off their key for a turn. It also has an armor, so I'm always happy to see that. Ooh, Grey Monk. I really like Grey Monk. It's a 3 power creature. Human Priest. Each friendly creature gets +1 armor. That's super cool. And it also says, Reap, heal 2 damage from a creature. Grey Monk is really good. It's really good against like board wipey type stuff. We have Commander Remiel. It's Reap, use a friendly non-Sanctum creature. That's alright. That's pretty good. Especially if we have a lot of Sanctum dudes and not a lot of other guys, we can still use him to use like a untamed creature or something. So that's pretty cool. We have Champion Anafel. 6 power, Night Spirit with 1 armor. It has Taunt, which is pretty good. Protects the dudes next to it. It's pretty powerful one. And that's it for the creatures there. Not a whole lot of creatures. Spirit's Way is pretty cool. You play it, destroy each creature with power of 3 or greater. So we've got a lot of board wipes in this deck. We have The Harder They Come. Alright, I was going to make a joke about that. Play Purge a creature with power 5 or higher. Ooh, that's super good. I like that against, I really like that against horseman decks. You can purge their death and permanently get rid of it. We have Take Hostages, generate Ember, play for the remainder of the turn. Each time a friendly creature fights, it captures 1. That's alright. That's not too bad. We got Inspiration. Play, ready, and use a friendly creature. Also pretty good. We have Clear Mind. Unstun each friendly creature. This is our rare. I've seen this card actually a lot. I think it's okay. It's not the best. It does generate an Ember. And especially if your opponents are playing a lot of like mass stun stuff, it can be good. Blinding Light. Hey, speaking of mass stun stuff, this is an action. Generates an Ember. Choose a house. Stun each creature of that house. I like Blinding Light quite a bit. Ooh, got 2 of them. Oh, got 3 of them. Holy shit. Okay, that's pretty good. We have Blood of Titans. This is an upgrade. Generates an Ember, and the creature gets +5 power. Pretty good. War Drummer. I do like War Drummer. It's a 3 power creature goblin. When you play it, return each other friendly Brobnar creature to your hand. So if you have a lot of Brobnars, this can be a good card. Just got a Troll. It's 8 power dude. Reap. Troll heals 3 damage. Pretty good. He's just a pretty good beater. We got Smash. I really like Smash. 5 power dude. Play it. Stun a creature. Pretty simple. Pretty good. We've got 2 smashes. 3 smashes? Nah. Got Mugwump. I've seen Mugwump before. He's a rare. He's a 6 power creature giant. After an enemy creature is destroyed fighting Mugwump, fully heal Mugwump and give +1 power counter. So Mugwump is pretty good. He's pretty good for killing stuff. So I do like good old Mugwump. King of the Crag. I've also seen this dude before. He's a 7 power creature giant. Each enemy Brobnar creature gets -2. He's pretty good against, well, he's really good against enemy Brobnar, but by himself, he's a 7 power dude. And 7 power's alright. We got a Headhunter. We got a lot of creatures for Brobnar. 5 power. When he fights, you gain an Ember. That's pretty good. We have a Ganger Chieftain. This is a dude who fights, right? Play, you may ready and fight with a neighboring creature. Alright. And then that's it for the creatures for Brobnar. Gauntlet of Command is an item. Action, ready and fight with a friendly creature. Pretty good. We have Smith. Generates an Ember, and then you gain 2 additional Ember if you control more creatures than your opponent. It's okay. And then Brothers in Battle. Oh, actually, I like this card. It's an action. It's a rare. Generates an Ember, and it says play. Choose a house. For the remainder of the turn, each friendly creature of that house may fight. And that's not too bad. That actually kind of synergizes well, because we have a lot of Brobnar creatures. So we're going to want to pick like Brobnar when we want to fight. And that'll enable us to, you know, fight with our couple Sanctum and our couple Untamed dudes. Unfortunately, the 2 full moons are kind of not super good in the deck, especially with only like 4. But we have a lot of Ember generation. Yeah, I think there's a decent amount of Ember generation in this deck. I think this deck's okay. I think this deck could be a serviceable deck. I don't think it's incredibly powerful or anything like that, but I think it's pretty good. I mean, it does have a lot of board wipes too, actually. I mean, like the 3 Blinding Lights, plus the additional like Spirit's Way, plus the 2 Save the Packs. Oh, maybe it is really good. Interesting. Let me know what you think about this deck in the description down below, and let's take a look quickly at the list, just so you can kind of see it all at once. It does have, what, 3, 4 rares? I've gotten some 6 rare decks that aren't super good, so the rares aren't exactly indicative of how powerful a deck is, because I also have a really good, like, 2 rare decks, so let's look at the other deck. Alright, here is the other deck, and basically for, I'm going to kind of jump back and forth real quick. Hold on, let me get this off the screen. Ooh, and this is another Sanctum deck. This is Fist Shin Cutter Gregson. Fist Shin Cutter Gregson. I love this name. Ooh, and this can be a really good deck. Shadows is one of my favorite houses. Brobnar's okay. Brobnar has a lot of big dudes. But in any case, this is how I'm going to set up the weekly videos, or what I hope to be weekly videos, where I open up a deck every single week, and we just kind of talk about the deck and see how good it is. Let me know what you guys think of that type of video. I think it can be pretty fun and can give you like regular Keyforge content. But let's open this deck up. Not gonna lie, I already recorded some like deck of the week videos, and they didn't turn out super good because in the first video I called Ember, I called it Ether. It is not Ether. This is the like checklist card. Let's look at the back. Looks pretty cool. Looks like a crab. Fist Shin Cutter Gregson. Man, I hope this deck is cool because I love this guy's name. His name is First Shin Cutter. Ah, that's not as good. I like Fist. Ah, whatever. Still good. Still good. Let's see what we got here. We got Dodger. This is a pretty powerful shadow dude, actually. 5 power. When he fights, you get a steal 1. Not too bad. We have Old Bruno. This is a 3 power elf thief with elusive, and when you play him, you get a capture 3. Pretty good. I like the stealing. We have Moon Cursor, skirmish, poison, and fight. You get a steal 1. This card is really good. I like the Moon Cursor. Bad Penny. Bad Penny has some pretty good synergy with certain cards in Shadow. She's just a 1 power dude. When it's destroyed, you get to return it to your hand. It's pretty resilient. You get the Secret Needle. This is a weapon. Action, deal 1 damage to a creature. If this damage destroys the creature, gain an Ember. Not too bad. Too much to protect. So it's an action, you gain an Ember. When you play it, steal all but 6 of your opponent's Ember. Interesting. We have Relentless Whispers. Action, generates an Ember. When you play it, deals 2 damage to a creature, and if it destroys the creature, you gain an Ember. A lot of Ember generation. Ooh, Pawn Sacrifice. This is the card I was talking about that's really good with the Bad Penny. So Pawn Sacrifice says, let's have them, we'll have them both out on the screen here. So the Pawn Sacrifice says, you generate an Ember. When you play it, sacrifice a friendly creature. If you do, deal 3 damage to each, or deal 3 damage each to 2 creatures. So you can sacrifice the Bad Penny, comes back to your hand, and you get to deal some damage, so you don't really lose anything. It's just a pretty good, like, built-in synergy with the Shadow deck. Got Nerve Blast. Play it, steal Ember. If you do, deal 2 damage to your creature. Pretty good. You got 2 of those. That's not bad. Ghostly Hand. This is kind of like an Ember generation spell or action. You play it, generates 2 Ember. Play, or obviously it says play, but if your opponent has exactly 1 Ember, you get to steal it. It's pretty good. This is a pretty good Ember generation. Oh, there we go. Bait and Switch. Fantastic card. This is what you want to see from your Shadow pool. It says play. If your opponent has more Ember than you, steal 1 Ember. Repeat this card's effect if your opponent still has more Ember than you. Pretty good. Pretty good. Next up, we have our Sanctum. Got our fingers crossed for some Horseman action here, but I think Sanctum can still be really good without it. Protect the Weak. This is an upgrade. Generates an Ember. This creature gets +1 armor and has Taunt, which is okay. We got Gatekeeper. It's a 5 power Night Spirit. Also has an armor. And it says, if your opponent has 7 or more Ember, capture all but 5 of them. They have a lot of Ember stealing. This deck is very heavy on the Ember stealing. Because, like, we got Bait and Switch, Ghostly Hand, Nerve Blast steals Ember. This dude steals Ember. Old Bruno captures Ember. Dodger steals Ember. This one steals Ember as well. Steal all, like, this is just almost all Ember stealing. I like this deck a lot. Hopefully the remainder of it is, like, good. Has good cards. We have a Staunch Knight. Staunch Knight says 4 power, 2 armor, pretty good, and +2 power while it's on a flank. Yeah, pretty good. Ooh, Doom of the Martyr. I like this card. She is a rare 3 power creature human. When she's destroyed, fully heal each other friendly creature and draw 2 cards. Once again, this card goes really well with the card that lets you sacrifice a dude to deal some damage with the Pawn Sacrifice. So with Pawn Sacrifice, you can sacrifice your Doom of the Martyr, fully heal all of your other dudes, draw 2 cards, and then deal 3 damage to 2 guys. Just pretty good, like built-in synergy. I like it. We have Champion Anathiel, just a 6 power, 1 armor, taunt, pretty beefy. Ooh, got 2 of those. And that's it for the creatures. So we didn't get any horsemen here, but that's cool. I think this deck's actually really good. I don't really like Hollow Blaster all that much, but it's okay. Action, heal 3 damage from a creature. Just a little healy weapon. We have a... Oh yeah, this is the one where purge a creature with power 5 or higher. It's a really good card against horsemen. Terms of redress, it generates Ember, and when you play, you can choose a friendly creature to capture 2 Ember. Pretty good, goes with our Ember capturing strategy. Radiant Truth is an action. When you play it, you generate an Ember, and you stun each enemy creature not on a flank. This is a really good card. I like this one a lot. Cleansing Wave heals 1 damage from each creature, and then you gain an Ember for each creature healed this way. That's alright. Not too bad. Ooh. Interesting play. This is Begone. This is a rare. I've never seen this one. It says, choose 1, destroy each disc creature, as I knock the camera. Destroy each disc creature, or gain 1 Ember. That's alright. Holy crap, I've never seen this dude. He looks awesome. This is the Tireless Krokog. 7 power, creature giant. Tireless Krokog cannot reap. You may use Tireless Krokog if it belongs to the active house. Okay. If your opponent has no creatures in play, destroy it. Weird. So he's just like a killing machine. Looks awesome too. Look at that art. Looks super cool. It's like a lava Viking. We got Bumpsy. 5 power. Play, your opponent loses 1 Ember. I think Bumpsy's alright. We have Valder. 6 power. Deals additional 2 damage while attacking an enemy creature on the flank. Just a pretty good beater. We got 2 of those. And that's it for the creatures here. So we have a lot of Brobnar abilities. You get the War Chest. You gain an additional Ember for each enemy creature that was destroyed in a fight this turn. It's alright. We got a Screech Bomb. As Omni, sacrifice Screech Bomb, your opponent loses 2 Ember. Pretty good, actually. I do like the Screech Bomb. Got Cannon. Action, deal 2 damage to a creature. I like the cannon quite a bit. Ooh, 2 cannons. 3 cannons! Whoa! Okay. Then we have War Song. Play for the remainder of the turn. Gain 1 Ember each time a friendly creature fights. That's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Got Loot the Bodies. Loot the Bodies is pretty good. For the remainder of the turn, gain 1 Ember each time an enemy creature is destroyed. So we got a lot of just kind of incidental Ember generation here. And finally, we'll kick it off with Anger, ready, and fight with a friendly creature. That's very interesting. Very interesting. I think this deck is good. I think this deck's actually really good. You can have Brobnar turns where you just kind of like clean up the board. The creatures are pretty powerful, but not a whole lot of them. So we have 4 in Brobnar. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So a pretty low creature count, but I think it adds up to something pretty good. I like this deck. You know, this is one I'm definitely going to test out and see how well it does against some other stuff. This is one I'm definitely going to sleeve up. And so here you can see the full list here. Where's the triple cannons? That's pretty good. How many rares does this deck come with? I'm just curious. I think it just came with the standard 3. Yeah. Anyway, let's open up the sleeves, and we'll kind of show you how the sleeves look. Alright, so these are their standard card game size sleeves. Fantasy Flight Games has multiple different sleeve sizes meant for multiple different types of games. I've never actually bought any of these, though I bought a lot of different sleeves before. They feel pretty nice. The back isn't like super matte, but it's a little matted. I do like the glossy on the front. Let's sleeve this deck up and see how it looks. Alright, so that is this deck all sleeved up. I do like the feel of these. Yeah, if you're buying these decks straight from Fantasy Flight Games, you know, you can pick up a playmat for not too much. The decks, you know, are MSRP, so like $10. And the sleeves are like $2, $2 or $3. They're pretty cheap sleeves. You know, you only get 50 per pack, which isn't super good, but I know if you get, you know, say you buy 3 of them, is that 100? Is that enough for 4 decks? Maybe 4 packs is enough for 5 decks. But in any case, pretty good. I like it. I don't know how durable these are. I don't want to try to rip them up. You know what? Let's try. You know what? Let's try. Let's give it the old college try. How durable is this guy? How can I? Is he? He's not super durable. Look at that. Split almost immediately. Alright, well that one is definitely garbage. So I would say, nice feeling, kind of inexpensive. Like I said, they go over the top. So if you wanted really strong ones and you wanted to pay some good money for them, I would try the Dragon Shield. Dragon Shield, big enough cards, or big enough sleeves, but also they're very, very tough. Alright guys, so I'm going to end that here. I hope you guys liked the video. I hope you guys liked the Keyforge content. If you do, let me know in the comments down below, and I'm definitely going to be making some more Keyforge content regardless, because I think this game is awesome. I'm going to do some, like I said, some deck of the week type videos where I open up sealed decks every single week, or maybe more than that, or maybe a little bit less than that. We'll see how it goes, and maybe I'll even talk about some of my favorite decks that I've pulled, and kind of like go more in-depth onto them, like off camera. So like this one is the Priestess that conserves resistance. You can look that up on the app. And this deck has 6 rares. One of them is the Bullet Eye, which is one of my favorite rares. And just a lot of like cool steel effects, a lot of powerful Sanctum dudes like Lady Mexina. You can see how the top doesn't quite cover it, by the way, compared to here. You can see that. But yeah, I can kind of maybe cover some of these as well if you guys want to see Keyforge stuff like that. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know what kind of Keyforge content you would like to see. Let me know just your general thoughts on the game. And I hope to see you next time for some more card game content. Have a good one all, and I will see you next time.